Hello everyone, welcome again to the channel. Today I will be sharing with you how much money I save biking to work every day instead of taking public transport or the car.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste.
If you have seen other videos on the channel, you probably already know that I try to save as much money as possible in basically everything that I then use to invest. And biking to work every day is a small step towards this. Of course, this video might not be applicable to everyone out there, because if your work is 20 kilometers away, you will most probably not be biking to work every day. Or even if your work is at, let's say, 5 to 10 kilometers, if you don't have bicycle lanes, or if the streets you need to take to go to work are just full of cars, you will probably also not be taking the bike. But even if you're in a situation like this one, I encourage you to keep watching the video, because you might actually be surprised of how much money you can save biking to work every day. And who knows, maybe it opens your eyes and you try to find a job closer to your home. Leaving this aside, let's jump right into the topic. My way to work takes in total 8 kilometers one way, which I do in roughly 25 minutes if you like the video. If you don't like the video, then I'm not so motivated and maybe I do it in 26 minutes. Just kidding. Which means that every day I work, I bike 16 kilometers. Over a week, considering that I work 5 days per week, I am biking a total of 80 kilometers. This translated into a month, considering that I work 4 weeks per month, if we take into account bank holidays and holiday days and so on, I know this is not fully accurate, but it would be somewhere between that. I am basically doing 320 kilometers each month. Wow, that actually sounds like a lot to me, but I promise that it really doesn't feel like that much. We will assume that the cost of biking to work is €0, although there are of course small maintenance costs that go with it and that we will omit. Let's go now and see the cost of doing this same trip by car. First of all, it would take me around 15 minutes depending on the traffic. In terms of kilometers, over a month, it would be as well 320 kilometers. I assume that on average, a car uses 6 liters of diesel every 100 kilometers, which, considering that we are talking about the city with traffic lights and so on, I think that this assumption is fair. This means that we need 19.2 liters of gasoline every month to go to work and back. And considering that the price of the gasoline at the moment, at least here in Munich, is very low, which would be around €1.10, and actually by the time you see this video, probably it's even lower because it just keeps going down day by day. In that case, the final amount that I would be spending every month would be of €21.12 to go to work by car. Finally, the cost of going to work by public transport, in my case, would be of €55.20 per month, which is the cost of the monthly pass here in Munich for Zone M, which is basically the city center and a bit the surroundings. And my place is not very well connected by public transport to my work, so it would roughly take me around 45 minutes. Now that we have described all three possibilities, let's do a bit of a summary. Going to work by bike costs €0 and takes 25 minutes. Using the car costs €21.12 per month and takes around 15 minutes. Finally, using the public transport costs €55.20 and takes roughly 45 minutes. Balancing these three options, it is clear that biking to work is the cheapest option. Nevertheless, there are a few other factors that I have not included in the analysis, but that should also be taken into account. The first one is the maintenance cost of the bike and the car. Of course, that of the car will be much higher than the one of the bike, but I omitted it assuming that you only have one car that you don't only use to go to work, but also to go out on the weekends and maybe to go shopping and many other things. The second thing is the insurance of the car, that of course if you're using the car for other things you will buy the insurance anyway, but it's also something to take into account, because of course if you're using the car every day to work, you will probably need to pay more for your insurance since you will be doing more kilometers every year. The third thing to add is that depending on where you live, you might actually need a parking space for your car. It is not my case, but it could very easily be your case. And final thing, in favor of the public transport, that for the comparison we have done was the most expensive option. It also has the good point that once you have this ticket, you can also use it for personal use, which means that you can go out for beers after work or whatever, and it doesn't cost you any extra money. These things are all in terms of cost, but environmentally speaking, it is obvious that using the car is not sustainable. It not only pollutes the environment, but also the air quality of the city or the place in which you live, that then all the inhabitants breathe, you included. Concluding all of this, biking to work saves me at least 253 euros and 44 cents per year. Plus, I do some exercise and I help the environment. Definitely the best option for me. This was my example, but this is something that each one of you should analyze, because of course you will have a different situation on location, and also everyone is different and is willing to do different things for money. Because going by bike to work sounds very nice, but when it rains, I can tell you that it's not so nice. Anyways, that's it for today. I hope you had some inspiration on how could you potentially be saving more money on your way to work. If you found the video interesting, it would really help the channel if you could just give it a like. And subscribe if you want to see more videos on ideas on how to save money. Thank you very much and see you next time.
The storms we chase are leading us.